Welcome back to Game on Blitz. Y'all know what it is. We back doing maintenance. We here to clean up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also tune into our weekly podcast, Game on Blitz, hosted by me and my co-host Mo. But today is the day we about to react to Stephen A. Smith admitting that he was wrong about Bronny. I'm really enthused to see what he's gonna say this time. You know, the man looked very sharp. And, you know, it looked like he about to say something, but let's get into it. Let's get to the nitty gritty of it. You feel me? Let's just see what he's going to say now.
Took a 118-89 loss to the Bucks last night, but it didn't come without some wins. Bronny James, a career-high 17 points, shooting 7 for 10 with 5 assists and 3 rebounds in 30 minutes of play. James Jr. even had a highlight moment, crossing up former MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's head coach J.J. Redick postgame.
Not surprised by tonight. And I think his confidence is growing. I think the next step is just, you know, becoming an elite conditioned athlete. Because when he does that with his physical tools and just his like burst and his handle, and you know, we think he's going to be an above average to really good NBA shooter. He's gonna have a chance to really make an impact.
All right, we know JJ was a shooter himself, and he said above average to really good shooter is his.
Hey, JJ just gave it, you know, Bronny a lot of good credit, and I don't think he's lying. JJ, I think he's being very honest. He's been around and seen his development. But let's continue.
Potential. Stephen A., what did you think of Bronny's performance last night?
I was very impressed. I was very impressed because I saw an elevation in his level of confidence and poise. It was like it didn't really faze him. He didn't look as nervous as he had looked in previous appearances on the basketball court. He looked like somebody that belonged. Now, obviously, Milwaukee gave it to them last night, but just looking at the Lakers without LeBron, without Luka, without Rui Hachimura, without Austin Reeves, of course, that put Bronny James in a position where he could get his 30 minutes, but give credit where credit is due. There were some moves that he put out on the court, ball handling skills, getting to the basket, finishing at the basket, pulling up for jumpers, hitting a three, 17.7 to 10 shooting from the field. I was impressed, okay? This is the big picture here that I want to bring up. I might have been wrong. Are you listening, LeBron James? Are you listening, James family? Are you listening, Rich Paul? Are you listening, all of you people? Because here's my position. My position was all along, Bronny James needed to be in the G League. Put him in the G League, let him be in the G League his first year, and then after that, let him come on, because I've always believed that this kid has the potential, once I watched him, to be in the NBA.
Come on, Stephen A. Baloney. Stephen A. You're lying. When did you say that? Well, let me not say you're lying, but I don't remember you saying that, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Stephen A., swear to God, you said that. Swear to, put that on your hairline. You said that. Nah, don't look down at the paper. I'm looking at it. Tell me you really said that. You said that before? You said that you believe Bronny was gonna be special. We didn't say special, but you said you believe that he could have. You said that. Say what lie. Swear to God, put that on something. Come on, son. Stephen A. be lying, bro. Like, let me not say you're lying, but it just kind of sounded like that, bro. Let's just go back, and I want to hear what he said.
Bronny James needed to be in the G League. Put him in the G League, let him be in the G League his first year, and then after that, let him come on, because I've always believed that this kid has the potential, once I watched him, to be in the NBA.
Stephen A., come on, bro. You said that? We got to pull the file. Somebody do the job and pull the file. When did he say that? He believed that, you know, he probably said that, you know, he needs to be in the G League. But did you really believe that he's an NBA player, that he could be an NBA player? Did you really say that, or did you meant that? Or is your tone changed as Mr. Brown check you? Stephen A. Let me go back one more time, bro, and I'm going to let it continue.
Let him be in the G League his first year, and then after that, let him come on, because I've always believed that this kid has the potential, once I watched him, to be...
Bullshit. He said he always believe.
In the NBA. But what I saw last night made me say to myself, wait a minute. He keeps showing up and playing like that. JJ Redick and his staff obviously doing an exceptional job coaching him. The G Leaguers obviously doing a good job of preparing him. Him sitting on the bench, learning, watching the Lakers players, being in practice with them sometimes.
Watch your mouth.
Evidently, that seems to be working for him.
Watch your
and
mouth.
If that kind of stuff continues, then indeed he'll be in the league as a bona fide player sooner than later. One game does that make that determination. You need to do more than that. But I wanted to make sure I emphasize that point. And the reason why I wanted to make sure I emphasize that point, Molly, is because when I was approached by Pops, okay?
Hey, stop. Stephen, look behind you. He behind you. Stop. Pops approach you, yeah.
At courtside and all of this other stuff, I will contend till the cows come. Yeah, tell me about it. I will contend till the cows come home. I was never disrespecting Bronny James. I was the one that didn't watch him in high school because I didn't want to judge him like I would have had I gone to his game.
That's fair.
I didn't go to his college games at USC because he had the heart condition. I waited until he got to the pro level because I wanted to give the kid a chance because obviously being LeBron James' son puts him in a very precarious position. So this notion that I was disrespecting or his son, it's a lie. It is.
Stephen A. saying stop. You was doing pretty good. Stop. Don't make me call Brown again. Don't make me call Brown because he's gonna make you change your tune. Stop, Stephen A. You're doing too much. I'm gonna put myself right next to you right here. Just stop. Look, let me talk to you. Look here, Stephen A. First of all, you did say some stuff. I did a video on it. Bronny's averaging 0.4, 0.3, 0.1. You know, he's just Bron. I'm pleading with you as a father. Stop. You need to stop. Cause you know how you be talking. Cause you know when they put him against some boys in Philly, Tyrese Maxey and them, they gave him the business. They weren't playing with him, and Bron didn't look like. He wasn't ready. So, Bron, just stop. You remember that, Stephen A? Remember that? Just stop. So don't say people are lying. Because another lie you said people that have problem with you knows how to find you. You be at the games. They can approach you. You said that. Then when LeBron approached you, it was like, Let me back up for a second. When LeBron approached you, it was an issue. Right? But you say people can approach you, Mr. $100 million man. And by the way, I believe you're the best in the business. You feel me? You do you. But you be flip-flopping, man. Come on, son. You be changing color like a chameleon. Stop it. You said it. You said that they was cooking him. He wasn't ready. You said they gave him the business. And you always do this hand gesture. Molly, Shannon, I will say this. You love saying that. You said, Bron, I'm pleading with you as a father. Just stop. Stop what? He stopped you right in your tracks at the game. So come on, Stephen. You do be lying sometimes. You don't lie all the time, but you be lying sometimes. What's the other lies by omission? Like, you don't tell the whole truth. Like, you feel me? So you're very good at this. So we know what you're doing.
It's false. We have numerous tapes that show I did not do that, but I did believe.
You looking at my eyes and you lying to me? Let's go back.
Son puts him in a very precarious position. So this notion that I was disrespecting or his son, it's a lie. It is false. We have numerous tapes that show I did not do that.
So that's how I know somebody lying. When they say, I didn't do that. Listen. He just literally said it.
It is false. We have numerous tapes that show I did not do that. But I did.
When somebody says, I did not do that. When they do that, you know they lying. Stephen, you lying, bro. Because when I lie, I usually be like, I say this, I did not do that. You lying, brother. You lying. But nice, I like your ties though. Nice tie.
We have numerous tapes that show I did not do that. But I did believe that he belonged in the G League to get himself honed for the NBA level. What may have been wrong about that is that evidently being around J.J. Redick and that staff and being around Pops and the rest of the Los Angeles Lakers, combined with the G League going back and forth, may be doing wonders for him sooner than we anticipated. Because I liked what I saw last night. And I'm going to keep the same energy. When he plays well, we're going to give him props. When he doesn't play well, we're going to say so. That's what happens with covering the league. Maybe his pops didn't tell him that, but I'm going to tell him that.
You see? You see? You see? You poking the beer again. You feel me? You poke, like, again, bro, like, I like this battle. I like the back and forth between you and Bron, because, like, this is the battle of the hairline. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is, it's like, this would make headlines, right? So you keep pointing your finger saying, like, maybe LeBron didn't tell him. You still talking to him as a pops, right? I'm not just trying to nitpick, but I'm just saying, like, you kind of like scraping the side of the road right there. You kind of like, you know, Stephen A. Come on, son.
Props. When he doesn't play well, we're going to say so. That's what happens with covering the league. Maybe his pops didn't tell him that, but I'm going to tell him that. Congrats on a good performance last night. I hope it continues. I believe it will. And I believe he's going to be an NBA player, a bona fide NBA player, a lot sooner than people think based on the progress we're seeing him make.
What's that face Kobe made, bro? I remember the face Kobe made when they said they were going to try to stop him. Kobe like, Stephen A. Smith, I love Stephen A. Smith, bro. I fuck with him. Like, he make good content. He's very articulate, entertaining, funny. You know what I'm saying? Even this one, I don't even take this too seriously, but that's personal with Bron. But, like, you know, he did give him Bronny some compliment, and also kind of, yeah, but I do agree. If Bronny play like ass, we say Bronny play like ass, BBL, right? But if Bronny go out there and play good, we're going to say he played good. But just leave his father out of it, because you know last time what happened, bro. We ain't with none of that. So, yeah. I believe Bronny also going to be a bona fide star, you know. It's too many flashes that we see that, you know, that alludes to that. But, yeah. Y'all know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Game on Blitz. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And also tune into our weekly podcast hosted by me and my co-host Mo Conde. Game on Blitz. We out. Peace.